I don't think I could even count how many bottles of Aleene's Tacky Glue that I have used through the years. Do you? I don't think I can. But recently, there was quite a few of them on my table and I thought, oh, I've just got to make something out of them. So here's what I came up with. It's a fun project. Check it out. This project is so much fun because you can use glue bottles instead of throwing them away, the empty glue bottles. So you can use any size glue bottle. You could use the smaller ones or the larger ones. These happen to be the 4 ounce because that's the type that I go through a lot. So we're going to start with, let me put these aside. The first thing you need to do is to make sure that you empty your glue bottle. What I do is I turn it upside down like overnight in a container with the lid on until all the glue comes down to the top. And then there's always a couple teaspoons of the glue in there. So you want to make sure that you transfer it into another glue bottle. So I drill on the bottom with my battery drill and a 1/16 of an inch drill bit. And I put in the wire goes in here for the arms and wire goes in here for the legs. And what I do is I already have this one in. So what I do is I turn this end with a little hook on it, bend it down. So when we just pulled it out. Let's see if we can get it back in. There we go. So when I bring it down, that little hook that I put in there will hold the legs. Now I don't need them this long because I'm only going to make a little hook for my legs. We're going to cut that off. And you also want to save that wire for the top of the cap for the head. So this is preparing our bottle so that we can, we're ready to glue on the paper. So I'm using just Collage Posh by Aleene's. And I'm gonna brush it onto my bottle, my surface, brush it to the back of the paper, put it into where I put it on before, and then put it over the top. And I always do this when I'm collaging. I put it underneath, I put it on the back of the paper, and then I put it over. And you would completely cover the bottle with paper all the way around, underneath, and up to the lid here. And I already have one done. And I still need to cut these off a little bit. Now for the legs, we are going to use a candle and spoons, just plastic spoons. This makes the feet and the leg, and it also makes the arm. So to soften the spoon so you can bend it, you're just going to put it over the candle flame. Don't put it in the candle flame because then it turns black. Just kind of soften it, and you can feel it when it starts to bend a little bit. There it goes. And you want to bend that up for the leg. This is going to be the shoe and the leg. And let it set, and then just put it aside. For the arm, same thing, heat it over the flame. And then I kind of pull it apart, and then I cut it. So I have a couple legs, a couple arms, and you're going to drill each one. You're going to put with that same little 1/16 inch drill bit, drill each leg and each arm. And then to do the leggings and the sleeve, I put on balloons. So on each leg you put 2 colors of balloons. On each arm, just one. Mix it for the sleeve. And you could paint on shoes if you want. Mine had shoes on it, but you don't have to. Now what we're going to do is we're going to trim it a little bit more because I want to make sure that it's going to be like a little ring. It's going to be a circle, so we're going to create our circle with a wire. And also, I forgot to mention that this is 18 gauge wire. So now we're going to take this, and where we had that little, drilled that little hole, poke something sharp through it so we actually have a hole. And then that fits onto that little hook that we just created. So we have one on, and we're going to tighten that so that it fits right over that. And see how that kind of dangles. And the arm is the same thing. We're going to cut off. Make it into a circle, a ring. Put it on. That on there, and then finish the ring like so, and that's your arm. Okay, we're going to put the head on, or the cap back on, and I put the wire. Oops, let me show you. I put the wire with, again, the a curled wire, or curled end, so that you could, so it doesn't come out, and that's going to act as our hanger. Okay, the head. Okay, these heads are actually available on shopcooldecraft.com. They are made out of the Cool to Cast, and they are available in just plain where you can paint them, or they're already painted. So I'm going to show you just very quickly how to put kind of an antiquing over it. So I have black paint. I just very quickly go over, and a little bit of water in the black paint, and then I wipe it off. And I like how the antiquing gets in and kind of highlights the eyes. I want to take a little bit more off, and I can always put more on. And take it off. So the hair then is next, and all I do is I take and wrap this around my fingers, round and around, about 20-25 times, and then I tie it off with a knot with an extra piece, and I have this for the hair. Now I take and just glue it to the top, put a little bit of glue on the top of the head, and I'm just using the tacky glue, and I set the hair right into the glue and let it dry. And later I can come in and I can cut the bangs. Now to attach the head, I take, first of all, I was trying to figure out how I could attach the head because it kind of, there's a gap there. So I found that craft tack, which is usually used for like photos and papers and posters and things like that, if I kind of balled up some of it, I put it up here, it's sticky, put some glue here for the head, and then put the head into the glue. It worked really good because the craft tack is helping to hold it until the glue dries, and also it has an angle that it's allowing it to press up against the bottle nozzle. So let's take a look at the final piece. The little skirt is actually made from an organdy piece that I got off of a bouquet of flowers, and I just stitched it, and then I put the daisy trim. She has a bow, she has a crown, and like you can see her shoes, I painted her shoes on, and then over her hands I glued a little heart and a little bumblebee that I had here in the studio. But she's very cute. She makes me smile, so it's fun to have her in the studio where I can look up and see my glue muse. She's very fun.